Hi, Doreen.
Hey, Nazir. How are you? You're on mute. You're on mute.
Oh, now I get it. I thought you guys muted me. I muted myself. My
You
apologies.
did.
How are things going?
Good. I mean, I'm taking a vacation now since there's not a whole bunch of purpose. Like my wife is working with me, so she goes to the restaurant, but it's only takeout. So
Mhm.
I'm going to be going in tomorrow. Just doing some work for XSmart right now.
Okay,
How's it going with you?
good.
Yeah, just trying to get set for the week with all this changes as usual. So far, it seems like it's just in general everything's just gone. You know, like how the roads were a little quieter. It seems to be have gone back to that way.
Could be also the weather we're having today. But...
Yeah, I guess that too.
Hi, Jay. Angela was online, but she's having some problem with the camera, so she's going to reconnect. How was the pancake event that day?
It went smooth. The the counselor and her staff they coordinated it very well. So I was glad to see that it went to like. I was scared that if they just dropped it at the motel in the reception, for example, how the people were going to get it, whether they'd get it or not. So they had a checklist, they had a system of everyone's name and all that. So I was confident to felt that people that were going to get it, I mean, the people that needed it was going to get it. So
That's good.
it was good. It was smooth. There's the Arjun's a very good staff member for Councilor McKenzie. He's
Very
good.
active. He's
Very active, exactly. Yeah. Ched's on mute like me.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good, Ched. How are you?
I'm great, thanks.
I love your positivity.
You do?
It just rubs up. It just rubs everybody and gets them energized, man.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's
that's
really
good.
good. He's really good at that.
That's
It's
awesome.
a lie.
Gets him going every day.
I'm learning from Doreen.
No, it's true. If you have a lot of people with energy around you, you're going to end up being more positive, more energetic, right?
Yeah, well, that's the way I roll, man. Can't live. You can't live with doldrum. You can't live. You put out the energy you want to get back.
Yeah. No, I know you totally did a pivot on your business. I definitely want to reach out offline and just find out how everything's going.
Okay, sure, not a problem.
Because I know I had plans like when we reopen, Chet, I want to do a VR event in my restaurant, and then with all the rules, that never materialized. So
I know. I know we had someone came in today. Oh, I can't remember his name. Yeah, well, he came in for us to do some film for the Ajax Bay Caribbean Board of Trade, that award of excellence that they're going to be doing, and he was talking about some of the stuff he wanted, and then he said, "Oh my God, I got to do this for my staff," and he goes, "So you going to do it for me?" I said, "Before Christmas, because his daughter is coming from somewhere." I said, "Nah." I said, "Okay, we might just set up something for him because he's so insistent." He said, "I don't care, I'll pay whatever it is." So,
And he's got some great team members.
I do have some. Doreen has met them.
no, actually, Doreen's mentioned it. She said you have a great team with you. So
Yeah, I do. I'm really proud of them, and we're going to be doing some big things.
I'm great. I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah.
Oops.
There we go. Hi, Angela.
Turn on your mic. You're on mute, Angela.
You're right. I'm
There-
on mute.
There you go.
I can't even get this to load on my computer. I had to use my phone.
Oh.
You're still
Figures,
weighing you're still weighing the boonies. That's why.
It is. It's a haunted computer. It's still trying to load it. Oh my goodness. How are you doing?
Great. I'm doing good. Mhm.
That's good.
Mhm.
Had some exciting things happening, I see.
I do. Working
I
at it.
love the filming that I see that you're doing for the BEA Awards. That's cool.
Oh yeah, thank you. Yeah, we've I guess they weren't sure what they wanted, and we overcommitted. That they have so many people come in to get their. It was supposed to be just film your face kind of thing, but then everyone's coming into the studio to get us to do it. But it's been good that way because we get to meet
That
people.
would be.
Yeah.
That's excellent. That's great exposure for you guys.
Yes, it is. Thank
And you
you.
add all these people to your mailing list.
I am.
So who all have we got on this tonight? There's you. There's Suresh. Doreen. Hi, Doreen.
Angela, nice to see you. It's been a while.
I know it has. I even came home for this and I'm still having technical problems. Nazira, how are you?
I'm good, Angela. How are you?
Nice to see you. I'm good. How are you hanging in?
Just turned it into like a vacation, staycation, trying to make the best of it, right? Like, I mean,
Right.
I don't really need to be there, so take some time off.
I saw what you did with the pancakes. That was really nice.
Oh, thank you. I had a lot of help from Suresh as well to get me started getting contact with people, with the right people. So, yeah.
That was a great thing that you did with the pancakes for those people who are struggling. So
Yeah, it was very interesting because I didn't realize there are a lot of single moms with kids in shelters too. I thought, so there was a whole diverse bunch of people that are in the shelter system. And you always have these preconceived notions, right? Like through society and everything. So it was an eye opener, to be honest.
Like a few years ago, I was blown away as to how many people in Durham that were homeless or were in shelters. I had no idea. I lived right here all the time, but I guess I always went to Toronto for everything, right? And then when someone told me that, well, did you see all the homeless people? I said, where? I don't see them. I guess we're in suburbia, so it's kind of spread out. And you don't really, it's not obvious, right? And people are on the move all the time. So when I made contact with, we had some stuff that we wanted to donate. And then we had one of those, we had a wine tasting, and we asked people to bring, non-perishable food items and clothing and whatnot. And then they just kind of packed up the front of our studio. And then the people so we had partnered with, what are they called? Oh my gosh, what's the one that for kids for their dream? Oh my God.
The Make-A-Wish Foundation?
Oh,
Make-A-Wish,
yes.
Make-A-Wish.
Yes, that's right.
We had partnered with them, and they said, no, we don't take that stuff. I said, what? What do we do? So they just took the money. And then we had all this clothing and non-perishable food. I said, what do I do with it? So I called around, and it's like, nobody wants to take it. Oh, there's a church over there, a church over there. So, and it was a lot of really good stuff. So I ended up, that's how I ended up finding out how many of these places existed in Durham.
Onur, how are you? I haven't seen you in ages.
How are you, everybody?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, I don't
Good.
think I've met you, Owner.
I think we met in the downtown event once.
That's where I met him.
We
Oh,
met there.
Doreen didn't come to that event.
I
Oh,
was,
no?
no.
Okay, well, pleasure to have met you here then.
Same here, same here.
Yeah.
Why don't you tell everyone what you do, Honor?
Yeah, remind us what you do.
Absolutely. Well, it's great to be here. It's great to see everybody. I run a digital media agency. So we do anything from like mainly advertisement, but like we do advertising and marketing content for different industries. But I will say 50% of our business is healthcare and 25% is finance, and the other 25 is other industries. So yeah, that's what we do. We do video animation. We do it for major organizations. Actually, today I just got CAMH as my client, so I'm excited about that.
Nice.
It's going to be great.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Angela is struggling with the computer.
Oh, no, I didn't. Let's see if this works.
Hi, Gobi. You are on mute.
Hey, look at you. Look like a studio.
I just have to shut off Zoom on my other phone.
Hi guys.
Yes.
Okay. Yes.
How are you doing, Gobi?
There.
I'm good. Wrapping up some work, so I thought, and I got some time, so able to join you guys. So glad.
Has the new role impacted your business at all, or like how is that going?
Not really, because many of my classes were already online.
Okay.
And our classroom was small, anyways, for 5 to 6 kids. So we were not
Okay. So you're still continuing gases.
right.
Gopi, you look different on Zoom.
Is that for better or worse?
It's always better everywhere.
All right. Thank you. Yeah.
So how can we help each other? Does anybody need anything besides, the winning lottery numbers?
That's what I was about to ask. But no, I don't need the numbers. Just give me $1 million.
Okay, sure, no problem. I'll write you a check. This is such a supportive group of people. I mean, I feel so honored to be a part of Connecting GTA. But I'm serious. Is there anything that anybody needs? Anything that I can help with? What's going on with everyone?
Sorry, I'm just gonna jump into this.
Sure, please do.
I have done like even before COVID, I've joined so many different networking groups, networking events, but I mean, I have no benefit of like not telling the truth here. Seriously, I love this organization. Yes, I've been away for a long time,
Yeah.
but I'm stalking you guys on WhatsApp. So I love the idea of like how this group came together, and I can see big future of this. And I'm excited to be here, but seriously, like all members are amazing people. So Suresh, thank you again. Like it gives emotional power, especially in these difficult times, to know that when you need help, you can go to people you have. So it's like amazing feeling to have. So thank you all for that.
And
Definitely.
sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, I remember like when the first shutdown, the full shutdown happened, we were very quick, had a conference call. I know I got some good ideas out of that just to kind of retool and move on. So yeah, no, definitely. It's good that we're all connecting. And I know, I guess I'm not gonna say that we're probably an expert, I guess, in this round of shutdowns, whoever's gonna affect it, but I guess the fact that you had some previous experience now with a few months, it probably helps to kind of give you a game plan somewhat, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And Honor, I know you, because of the location you are at, you couldn't make a lot of the events and everything. Like Angela asked, how was it that, how do you think that other members can help you? So that way, I'm not sure how your business have been impacted with COVID-19, but how do we support you or help you out? So that way, I know with other members, for example, Nazir, we go and visit him time to time. It's very close to us. But same thing with Chadwick and Doreen as well. I think Gobi and you are new members. What is it that we can do to support you guys?
Yeah, thank you very much. We are right now making some changes in the company, but yes, I'll reserve my asking favor for a little bit later on. But yeah, again, knowing that you guys are there, it gives me power, because I don't have a family here. I immigrated here, so I don't have my daddy's golf buddies. So nobody, I build everything. So knowing that you guys are there gives very big power. So thank you for that.
Gobi, what are your...
Well, I mean, with this, I think one of the challenges that we all face right now is, customer base, right? So I know some industries, they have challenges. I mean, even though the business is open, there's just legal limitation that surrounds them, that they can't do anything, even though they are local, right? So for us, one of the challenge that, that we face is marketing, like letting people know that this is what we are doing. And that's the hardest thing. Right now, we have something that we're doing that will be benefit, but then being able to go out and tell the people that, hey, listen, this is what we are doing. I think that's what's lacking, right? So I think because of the COVID, the traditional way of, meet and greet or going to some events, having a booth, those things are no longer available. Even handing out flyer, I feel bad because, obviously the transmission hadn't happened, right? So everything has to be thought through, and safety comes first. So it's going to be slow growth, but I think it's right now. I think this year is all about sustaining, right? So if you sustain it, I think things will get better.
Gopi, what do you do? Sorry if you were already talking about this when I was fooling around with my technical problems, but I don't think you and I have officially met. I'm just wondering, what do you do?
Oh, hi, Angela. Yeah, so I run an Academy of Data Science. So we are into teaching younger generation or the kids into
DataWiz.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's you. Well, so nice to meet you. That is super cool what you're doing. I love that.
Thank you.
I have a programming background. I went to Durham College a long time ago, and I took Visual Basic and C++ and all that. And I think it's so cool to get kids into that. That is so cool.
And the way
Visual
that
Basic and C++.
Yeah, I know, I'm old. CGI programming, yeah, long time ago.
Well, the way they taught us back in the days kind of turned off a lot of people. They didn't want to go. It was so hard, but nowadays the approach have changed, and universities and organizations have come up with so much new strategy to get the younger generation excited and put them in the right path so that they don't hate it. Like some people, the moment you say coding, they're like, oh, okay, no, it's not for me, but it's been changed. So things happen.
Sorry, I'm just going to jump into this, Gobi. What I can recommend in that space, government is currently, they already released some funding, but they are going to release more funding in terms of education. and yours, and there are also not-for-profit organizations. They're literally looking for ways to educate, train kids, younger generation. I think this is perfect opportunity for you. You can take advantage of this COVID era. There are so many different programs, as I said, through government, but also government supplying funding to not-for-profit organizations, and you can work with them. So you will still get paid, but not directly from government, but not for profit organizations. So I will also do some research on that. Let's connect after. I'm happy to help you for any guidance. There are certain organizations that can help you in that area.
Thank you. I'll greatly appreciate that. Yeah, it's good.
Are you working in the schools, Gopi?
Yeah. So
Education?
my background is that I did my master's at Queens in management analytics. I've been working in this BI, the business intelligence and the data science area for almost 14 years now. So I'm currently working too. I'm working at Toyota as one of the BI architect there. So this is the academy is been my pet project for a long time. So kind of coming through right now. Yeah.
That's fantastic. Just imagine what these kids are going to be doing, by the time they're our age. Wow.
I agree with Honor. Like it's kids are home, they're bored. A lot of time there's connectivity issues with the school board, and I think this your program, Gopi, will give them an outlet or something secondary that they can not just have in their tool belt, but to have fun with. You know, it keeps them engaged, gives them something to look forward to, and you know, the only thing that we need to work on is just the advertising and marketing aspect of DataWiz, and you've already started, and I see some good things up there. And all, I mean, we have 200 some odd members, and if everybody just, you know, likes, shares, recommends, it's going to catch on.
Thank you. Yeah.
And
So
the
Gopi,
demo
how
you
Gopi?
did- Sorry, the demo
Sorry.
you showed us when the finance minister came, I think that's something has to go out to a lot of people because, like, you know, I mean, that's something that people, when you did that, very easy to understand how it works, right? And like you said, back in the days, actual coding turned out a lot of people because you had to be a genius, right? Here, kind of show them that they can do, and then if the interest is there, then they can continue with that.
Right. It just getting because we had students who had very much reservations to come into coding, but then once they start playing around with it, they just love the fact that they can start creating stuff, right? So that helps. Yeah.
Hello, Sue. You are on mute. There you go. How are you?
I'm good, thanks.
I like the
Nice to be
background.
here. Sorry, I'm a bit late.
That's okay. I like your background.
Hi, Sue.
Yes, peace.
Yeah,
There's
that's
something about water. Yeah, not far from the distillery district where we were the other day. This is actually the best place in Toronto to have a coffee in my mind. The Empress comes in, all the boats come in. You could sit there, have a coffee, and it's beautiful.
Nice.
Yeah.
Is there going to be a trade show soon? I heard somebody talking about a Connecting GTA trade show. Is that
Like an expo. Yeah, I saw something with
we are working on it. I did set the date, and then we are trying to change the date, and I want to get some ideas from Sue. Azar Khan is helping me out, and I've been talking to Chadwick about that. I know he did the Ajax Mayor's Gala, so I want to kind of put some minds together and do it nicely, so that way we can market our members, kind of promote it.
exciting?
For sure. Great job, Chadwick.
Yeah.
I was on that call. It was awesome.
Thank you.
On the mayor's gala? I was on
Yeah.
it. That was neat, eh?
Oh, amazing. Amazing.
Well, I think online trade shows are the way we're going to be doing business for the next little while. I had somebody actually send me a message from a flashback photo or something that my social media team posted and said, "Where was this trade show?" And I said, "Well, that trade show was actually about a year ago."
Yeah, oh, for sure. Well, I know we did one for DHSB last night. We had 70 people registered first with the relaunch. So it's a concept that people like. So I think it'll go quite well.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun. Yeah, I like the ability to kind of have like the smaller tables where you're sitting at a table and you can just talk to that group of people, and then you go to a different table and talk to some more people. It's kind of neat.
Yeah, I think there's two different kinds of digital events happening right now. There's events that are happening because people are trying to convert to digital. And then there's events where people are saying, hey, this is a digital platform. How can we leverage it? And I'm kind of excited about the latter. Because as much as, I think we all miss the face-to-face, but there are a lot of advantages to doing it digitally. And, I think really, there's two, it can be half full or half empty, right?
Mhm.
So, yeah, so let's look at the half full and then let's really drink it.
Cheers to that too.
Yeah, cheers. Oh, goodness.
Chadwick, where's your drink?
Vodka? Is that vodka?
I wish it was. No, just straight water. I'm being good today. I've been good. I got another 4 hours to put in before I quit tonight. So
You really?
Yeah.
No.
yeah, I've been working doubles for the most part since the pandemic hit. Like I just can't keep up with the booking. So and we scaled, and now we're looking to scale, add another 2 employees by the end of the year. So it's yeah,
Oh,
it's
congratulations.
a bit crazy. Yeah. But it's good, right? It could be, like there's all sorts of problems to have, and I'll take that over what I see out there any day.
Did you see who's on this with us? Onur. I don't know. I think he might have left his camera for a second, but remember we had a great conversation with him at the Connecting GTA Christmas party.
Yes.
I
yes,
do. I
you guys
recall
were
that.
Chatting, yes, yeah.
Yeah. The red plaid days.
Always lots of possibilities for collaboration.
Sure is.
Are your ears burning, Onur? We were just talking about you.
I'm so sorry. I just had an
It's okay. I'm just teasing you.
Sorry about
His
that.
Duckcliffe is on with us.
So the problem is we have this project. It's gonna be so weird. So we have this company that they produce lights for microscopes, and they are very strict corporate, but they want this animated character that looks like Minions. I'm how? How do you want to make Minions for you? Anyway, so it's just lots of awkwardness. My apologies. Hi, Sue.
Hey, Onur, how are you?
Good, thanks. How are you? It's been a while.
Yeah, good. Yeah, that was one of my last trade shows. So, yeah.
I still have the date set for this year. Let's hope that the COVID goes away. We can, the place is booked already.
Oh, okay. Is that the dates that you the dates of the one you were talking to me about the other day?
No. This is for December. The similar
Oh,
date like
okay.
the way we did last year.
Yeah. Right on. Yeah, that was a great show.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe you can plan for a hybrid event.
What is it?
Maybe you can plan for a hybrid event. That way you can kind of cater to both crowds.
I guess.
I would. We don't know where this is going, so.
No, I don't think it's going to end by then. Because it's middle of, December is not going to. We shouldn't take a risk like that.
Yeah. Yeah, for
Hello,
sure.
Tarun.
So Angela, tell us what's going on with you, besides being up in cottage country. How have you been managing your days?
I'm home. I've been home for a while. I probably won't be going up as much now. It's kind of a ghost town up there, but we were doing a lot of construction, so it was kind of good for me to be on hand when things were happening. But we're busy, but doing a lot of quoting, not doing a lot of selling. It's there's a lot of people who are looking for, information, and they want quotes, but they're not quite ready to move. And I think it's the fear of this second wave.
Yeah.
A lot of people are concerned about that.
Hi, Kieran. How are you doing?
Hi, Suresh. Hi.
Is that Kieran?
Yes.
Yes, how are you?
Hey, I haven't seen you in a long time. How are you doing?
Very good, very good. What's happening?
I'm good.
Okay. Yes, Suresh.
Hey, nice to meet you.
Very nice to meet you. Suresh,
Yes.
so what are you planning? I missed the part, sorry.
No. I said that we have the date booked, but I don't think the COVID will go away, right? So it's for
No,
December.
that's
why
you,
Sue was
you know
saying
me that I had a lot of plans. I had a plans. Everything is on hold. Period. It's paused. I don't even open the plan till the COVID slow down. The question is from 400 to like a 40, 60. It took 6 months. Now it's 750.
Yeah.
Don't know. It's going to take a year or so.
It's gonna take, like, impact is gonna take even longer. Let's just be honest. Everybody talks about the vaccines. Johnson and Johnson stopped their vaccine, and another one, Eli Lilly, they stopped their vaccine work because they are getting side effects. The only one is working is the Putin's vaccine. I don't know how it's gonna happen. So
No,
I think
based on the medical report, the coronavirus virus has 8 types. A, B, C1 up to C6 something. The C1 is keep, abating itself, based on the immune system. So it's moving with that. That's the reason that they are failed with the vaccine system. That's what I heard from my doctor friends.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Let's hear from Mr. Bimo. Any specials that you're having, sir? Any money you're giving away from the bank?
Actually, I just finished work and just came back home. So I don't know if you guys can hear me. Can you hear me okay?
Yes. Yeah, we do.
Yeah, so like home financing wise, it's been great. Regardless of COVID-19, what's happening around the country and around the world. But the fact is interest rate, right? So interest rates are great with the mortgages currently. So we've been seeing a lot of home financing deals coming into the banks these days. So that's one good thing in terms of the banking side. But in terms of clients coming into the bank, we have different alternate ways currently, like in terms of setting up appointments over the phone and also virtually through Microsoft Teams. So we have those kind of access now. So it's kind of working differently, right? So with the current COVID situation. So yeah, that's how it's going with the banks right now.
How are the banks preparing themselves for this second wave, or, how are they anticipating how things are going to go, in terms of business loans? And I know the mortgage market is hot right now, but how long, until things start to crumble? I don't know if they will, but.
The fact is the deferral payment has come to an end as of September 30th, right? So all these time for the last 6 months, people were in support payments. There's like CERBs, CBA loans, and the government payments and the default payments. So those kind of helping a lot of people making the mortgage payments on time, and like the default payments help with the mortgages as well. But as the mortgage default payments comes to an end, this is what the reality is going to kick in, right? So a lot of people who are still unemployed, they're going to end up facing a lot of difficulties in making the payments, right? So we might see that as a factor in terms of housing market wise. The house prices can come down during the winter time or even at the beginning of next year, right? As CMHC mentioned, the price can come down by next year, fall or somewhere around that. Because if this keeps on going and if we anticipate another second wave, potentially it's going to be a serious issue for anyone who is with the unemployment situation right now, especially business owners who cannot make a living at this moment, right? So it's going to be a difficult time. But you mentioned about the business loans and everything, right? We do have, so like business loans wise, it's been very difficult from banks' perspective. If we need to approve any loans at this moment, we need to look at different factors right now. So before it was an easy approval, even for any new clients who are starting up a new business, we were able to approve them with just the projections of the business, not even with an income. But right now, so they need to have some kind of an income on the other side as well, on top of what we are projecting for the business as well, right? On top of it, other factors comes into place, their net worth, credit bureau, all these factors will come into play as well. But like after COVID-19, in terms of, since I'm dealing with a lot of business clients, helping them with business loans and other stuff, it's been pretty tough. We need to go back and forth with the credit department right now in terms of getting an approval. So that's how we stand as of now. But in terms of COVID-19 second wave, it's all uncertainty, right? In terms of the whole countrywide-wise, bank-wide. I mean, like, it's kind of a question mark for everyone.
I think you and Karen should meet for coffee.
Yeah. As he said, except the real estate markets, everything is slowing down, except the real estate market. The fact is, people are losing, employment, reducing hours, even 5 days they work, and they come to 3 days per week. So it's slowing down the employment. So they cannot afford their payment for their mortgage, car loan, credit cards. So they had to find a way to, manage themselves. So I had a good chance, and again, second wave, it's going to take some time, but we'll see.
Aaron, can you refresh my memory? What do you do, please? Sorry.
I'm a certified credit consultant by the CAIRP. I do help clients to come out from debts. For example, you have a multiple credit card and you max out and you don't know what to do. You could file a bankruptcy, or you could file a proposal, or you could do a settlement. So I go through that part. So with the property, with the business, you could do a decent proposal, still move with your house and business as well. So yeah.
So how has COVID affected your line of work? Are you still working?
Like you said, CERV help a lot for all the clients, everyone. Most likely, most of the Canadians, they were receiving CERV and they have no payment. For example, no mortgage payment, no credit card payment, no car loans. There's no major payment for the entire families. They were having fun for last 6 months. Now the time, all the payments click up. So they had to manage. Yeah.
That's
we're going to see the
All
reality
sudden,
within the next 2 months, I think.
Yeah.
The next
All
one or
of
two.
a sudden, all of a sudden the family need at least 4,000. So if you look at the employment side, is less hours or few days only working, so they can manage with their family expenses. So they had to come up with a sort of idea to either manage their finance, or they had to sell the house or something like that. Exactly, I'm referring your point that the market has to come back to the normal or below that.
Are you doing any webinars or anything on this to help people manage their cash flow?
I have to. We had a plan. We had a plan. It's 2 months ago. Again, the COVID second wave all of a sudden started. People kind of panic, and they don't know what to do at the moment. I try even my close friends to do a sort of seminar, and they are scared. They don't know who is going to have a COVID and who's not going to have these things, right? So let them do. Used to live with the COVID situation again, and then we will do a easy seminar and educate them about the credit, debts, scores, stuff like that.
Can you help people with budgeting and that type of thing?
Yes, I do. Yeah. Okay. It's part of the second.
We should talk, because maybe we could do something, like I could interview you and you could do a webinar, talking about what, because some of the, common sense things that some of the younger generation doesn't realize, some of the common sense things you can do to save money and to pay your bills and budgeting. And I see that with my own adult children.
Yeah. I had a client, and she owned a pizza store, had 18 credit cards. The score was 598. All the credit card limit is $1,000. So I just simply asked, how did you get the credit card? She said, whenever I go to Walmart, they asked. Whenever I go to Surplus, they asked, so I just applied it. So my first thing is, list the credit card to, either close it or pay it off, and educate that. I ask her to bring a statement, and she provides the statement. I just highlight the interest part and add it up. It's about $700 per month. I say interest is a waste of money. Did you know that? So she doesn't know that. That's a part of the counseling process. So we do those things.
That's awesome. They should make this part of the high school curriculum, because I think a lot of the kids that are coming out of high school, they have no clue how to manage money, and they have all this free credit thrown at them. Both one of my daughters and one of my brother's daughters have had to declare bankruptcy or do a credit proposal or something like that. And I think when they first got out of school, they had their student loans and they had credit cards and they just, car payments, and they just don't know any better. But they should make that part of the school curriculum. They really should.
Yeah. Today morning, I had a call from a real estate agent, and she sold the house. There's a writ on the house by the RBC and the BMO for $12,000. RBC, right, about 60,000. I don't have the exact number, and BMO also 40,000. For exact 30,000 debts raised up to 100,000 now. The landlord, he just ignored the credit card payments, so he ended up with massive debts. Now they are paying 100,000. Yeah. So it's a waste of money.
You should do a seminar with Theron at BMO.
We did. Yeah. In 2 years back, we did a lot. We did every other month almost. Then
credit education is very important.
Very important.
When it comes to mortgages, especially mortgages, right?
Yeah.
If they are coming to get a house and if their credit utilization is more than 70%, we suggest them to bring down their credit utilization. So if you bring down the credit utilization, that will improve the score right away. Plus, other factors will be as part of the credit bureau as well, in terms of late payments, minors, majors, all these will come, right? So people who have low credit score, what I would suggest you, like when they come for pre-approval mortgage, I suggest them to improve the credit score, right? So give it 6 months time frame. There are ways to improve the credit score, but you need to work towards it if you want to get the house down the road, right? So this is very important when it comes to buying a house, right? So these kind of education seminars, these do help clients. A lot of young clients, they don't understand how the credit works and stuff.
They are the ones who are in.
I do recommend each and everyone check your credit report every 6 months. If you look at inquiries, there's a soft and hard. If you do any inquiries hard without knowing you, please call Equifax or TransUnion and find out, who did the inquiries and what is that for. So we get hard.
They can set up the alerts too, right, Kira?
Yeah. You could do alerts and
So that can kind of help them, because some people just go and do a hard check without their customer consent, right? So, and then when they go and hit their credit bureau, there's an inquiry right there. And if they come and apply with the bank, if we ask what it is for, then some people, they don't have an idea what it is for, right? So, so that's why it's very important to set up an alert. If any credit checks is being done on behalf of another company, there has to be an alert that's coming on your way on a text or email or whatever the way, right?
Yeah.
So,
you guys should totally do a webinar. I agree with Yuri. There's so many these people, I didn't know about the, when I was shopping for a mortgage, I was letting all these banks do credit checks on me, and I didn't realize that was lowering my score, because there was a whole bunch of credit checks all at once. It didn't ruin me, from getting a mortgage, but I think who I ended up getting a mortgage from said, by the way, did you know that every time you allow somebody to do a credit check? And I didn't know that. There's so many things none of us know. So you guys really help out a lot of people.
Every single inquiry will reduce the credit score.
Yeah, I didn't even know that.
At least 60 per inquiry, I would say, minimum 30 to 60 per inquiry can reduce applications. That's why first thing, if a bank cannot do an application, first try to find out the calculation behind your mortgage application, right? What's your liabilities? What's your qualifying payment? What's your debt service ratio? We can try to get a pretty much understanding about the mortgage application before even we get into the application part, like doing a credit check on it. So we ask their credit bureau score. Right now with the bank app, so like every single client should know their credit score by heart, like because that's one thing that they should be checking on a weekly basis, that what's my credit score, right? Whether it's increasing or decreasing, what's the reason behind it, right? So that should be part of it. And then if I cannot approve a loan or a mortgage or whatever, then like I would be straying straight up to the client. So these are the reason why I won't be doing application, because I don't want to screw up your credit score even more and more, right? So that can potentially put you in a bad situation by the time you apply for the loan, like by like 6 months or 1 year time frame. So it's very important, yeah.
That's good stuff.
Cool.
Suresh, what's going on with you? Quiet.
What is it?
I said, what's going on with you? You're quiet.
I'm just listening. I'm just listening.
Tell us what's going on with Connecting GTA. There's lots of exciting things I saw.
I know we got a lot of, we have an event tomorrow with one of the ministers, and Vidhu is doing an event. I think that will kind of help us to talk about the BDC loans. What is happening with the businesses, and how would we prepare for COVID wave number 2.
What time is it?
Tomorrow at 10 a.m.
10 o'clock.
Yeah, but we had to book it based on the ministers available.
Yes. Is there an event with Doreen on Instagram tomorrow at
Yeah,
11 p.m.?
11 o'clock Instagram live. I think Doreen's first one, and she's very excited about it.
I will be there.
What are you going to do, Doreen? Like, what exciting things are you going to do?
I'm hosting the Instagram live with some of our members. They come,
nice.
they do a few minutes of, who they are, what's going on, just to kind of increase the exposure of the members and what they do. It was really successful when Suresh was doing it. So I'm kind of helping him with a few things because the club's growing and we're getting busier. And hopefully my connections will work. I'm really nervous about technology, but hopefully it will be good.
We used to do that every Fridays before, and we will we'll pick a member, and then you come live on Instagram and talk about who you are, what you do, and how
Gopi, you should join. Gopi should join to let people know who you are and what you're doing with DataWiz.
Definitely. It's tomorrow, right?
Yeah, it's tomorrow.
Friday, yeah. Connect with Suresh, and then we'll slot you in.
Okay, sounds good.
So I think you should talk about the platform you have. Like, I know we are using Zoom, but I know when we did Angela's birthday, we used your platform for that part. I like the part where you get table to table and talk to people like in real life, right? Why don't you tell the members about the platform that you have, so next time when we do the demo, they can join us.
I love that. We demonstrate it live every week, Monday and Friday between 1 and 2. So if this sounds good, just pop on anytime. World Event Center, really, people, when they think of video conferencing, they think of Zoom because it's kind of the Kleenex of that industry. World Event Center is a little different. In fact, it's like nothing you've ever seen. It is a virtual venue that basically I set up 17 days after the pandemic was announced. And it's the most interactive and human-like experience you'll ever have online. Or no, I'm not going to say that you'll ever have online today, that you can have today. My background, my story is that in 2014, my father got sick, so I had to withdraw. I raised my family in Tyrone. I started my business there. I still do business in Durham, but I had to relocate immediately. So I moved away from my kids, my grandkids, my clients, my community, and I've been really isolated since 2014. So I don't get out much. I did see a lot of you at the trade show. I helped Angela out, and she's always been such a great person. But long story short, I've been doing digital training since it was virtual conferencing was a thing. I knew the space, but I've been focusing on digital all these years. So I sold the agency in 2015, and I've just been consulting. And then when the pandemic was announced, quite frankly, I knew what you were all going to go through because I've been doing it since 2014. And I had just finished a research project on every virtual conferencing platform on the market because I did a digital marketing conference in October last year. And, it was pretty exciting. We landed 4 national sponsors for it, which I've never done myself. And then the event came and it was good. And the next day, all the emails are coming in and everybody was happy. And I thought, I'm not. And the reason was, I'm a geek. I love learning. So I do that every chance I get. But I love conferences. And I've always loved conferences. So I was, I don't know if you've ever felt this way, but when you look forward to something so much, and then it was just like, it was done, and I was just so disappointed. So then I realized that it's not the conferences, the learning that I love the conferences. It's the people. It's the fact that you go there for a whole day and you've got people that are interested in the same topic and you're interacting and you're talking and it's real. It's like the experience. And you don't get that on Zoom in scale. So I went looking the day after that conference and started my research. And 17 days after the pandemic was announced, and that was October, by the way, 17 days after the pandemic was announced, I launched this platform. I've been working doubles ever since. And basically connecting people in a way that you can't even imagine now until you do it. Very similar to Zoom in the fact that it's got a presentation mode like this. But what makes it really awesome is that you'll never ever get too many people in front of you. You can move freely. You're never put in a room. I never did like that as a kid. And, you've got all the digital tools. So, as far as collaboration goes, if we decided as a club to, brainstorm an issue, what typically we would do is we would divide people in a room and say, okay, table A, you figure it out, and table B, you figure it out, and then we'll come together. Well, you can do this in this platform because on this platform in conversation mode, everybody has the toys. Everybody can screen share. Everybody can collaborate on a whiteboard. And like I say, you're never going to get in this crowded space where there's too many people and it's too loud. No more Zoom headaches. Anyways, if you'd like a tour, I'd love to show it to you. Actually, Suresh and I have just, I don't know, I don't want to steal your thunder, but we've been talking about something. Did you want to speak about that, Suresh? Oh, you're on mute.
No, after the demo, I will talk about it so we know we are in sync.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah. So
can I quickly jump in to say something about this, Sue? I was lucky to be part of one of your presentations. Actually, I joined those rooms. I love it. And one of the problem right now is because people are not having in-person meetings, especially not-for-profit organizations, their major source of income is donations. And another one is like when they do in-person events, fundraising events, they are not able to do it. My client, Lung Cancer Canada, their biggest income other than sponsorship is they do it twice a year. They do fundraising event, and it's usually in a big hotel. It's like huge, expensive tickets, and they were like struggling to do something. I think that will be perfect area for you. Not-for-profit organizations, they are bleeding like cash. They don't have anything.
Yeah.
I think you should focus on that area as well. It's just such a big space, and you could also make good amount of money from that.
We have been like I'm doing one for the Bowmanville Hospital, Bowmanville Lake Ridge Health. We've done it for Community Justice Alternatives to raise awareness of anti-Black racism. We've done We've done probably, I would say 25% of the gigs we've done is not for profit. I'm on a mission to make the world a better place. So when the day comes and you guys, well, hopefully you all outlive me and you'll be looking at that dash. I want people to say she made the world a better place. And so not-for-profits are definitely on my radar. And thank you, owner.
That's awesome.
Hi there, Sue.
Hi, long time no see.
Yes. Actually, I'm starting pretty soon my second session for the youth, around 60 youth online, and I'm feeling some challenges because, when we do physically, we make the groups of the youth, like one group in one room, one group in one room, which I have some challenges in Zoom. So after the call, I hopefully talk to you that on 26, we are doing the graduation ceremony, and to handle 60 youth plus their parents additional on Zoom I have some challenges on that field. So I might need your expertise on this field.
Yeah, well, I'll help you however I can. To be honest with you, because of the way that this new building is taking off, I actually didn't continue my Zoom membership because I don't need it anymore. This thing does that and more, but I did use it for years, so I can probably, I'm happy to help you if a conversation will help for sure.
Yeah. Thank you, Sue.
Oh, for sure. Nice to see you. And I see all the great work you're doing in the community, Azar. It doesn't go unnoticed. I just think you're awesome. So.
Yeah, thank you so much. Actually, the networking is increasing during this community work and all this thing. And I saw your multiple demos. I remember in the initial stage you invited me. And the good part, especially what I noticed in your technology platform, the rooms and the separate sessions, and we feel like the tables and the people sitting there, it was very unique, which very hardly to see. So I know what you are doing, and I think it's that not we found it in Zoom or some other platform.
Oh yeah, there really isn't nothing like it. I'm trying to bring up a screen if I can share it with you. I'd love to actually show you something because I feel like people really just don't believe it until they can see it. And I created this. I created these floor plans. I think the key for me is that it feels like you connect. But the key for I think most people obviously is the money, right? So people want to, I'm going to just share my screen. Oh, it won't let me share. But so I think the key to the platform isn't just the way it makes you feel, because you really do, it's a human experience. Like you feel like, you've gone in and you see where everybody is and you can talk to who you want to. You can avoid who you don't want to talk to. But from a corporate point of view, you can completely brand it. And the visuals, because most of us are visuals, it's just amazing. Am I allowed to share? Is it possible that I can share my screen with you?
I think, yeah.
It says host disabled participant screen sharing. I don't know.
I need to do a training on that. Sorry, it wasn't done purposely.
Oh, no, of course not. No. Anyways, yeah.
I think, so I will contact you after the session to review this situation. The most important point I want to mention here with other panelists and audience who are listening right now, the difference between you, Sue, and other people, some people just adapt the software and they are working. But the technology since many, many years, and you see the transformation step by step. So you not only software helping you, basically you are helping the software as a subject matter expert. So that's the very unique combination you have, because you go by the stages and the transformation. So that is one reason I highly recommend you to the listeners who are listening this conversation.
Thank you, Azar. And in fact, I was really lucky because I discovered this company before they made it big. They were bootstrapping it back in October. So if you go to their site right now to buy direct from them, the platform that I'm privately labeled, you can't even get the prices I have. So I'm in in fact, Durham region as a result, is in a very good position because Durham region can run events cheaper than anywhere else in the world right now. And that's kind of exciting. So, but my challenge is that people don't get it. They go, oh yeah, well, it's video conferencing. It's the same thing. But I'll tell you, the first event we did, we had 70 women that got together. They've been getting together for years, 8 years, 10, 18 years, I don't know, long time. And 10 of them came out with something at the end when we asked them how they felt about it, said that it felt like the real thing, except for they didn't get hugs. I mean, it really is real. Like it feels real. So anyways, but.
I think what you do is awesome. I love it. I've attended many of your events. Chadwick is doing something kind of similar, but he's not using the same platform as you. Chadwick, can you tell me what you're doing for the Ajax Pickering Board of Trade?
What we do is their event is a little different. With Sue's technology, it's the interaction is different. We do have the capabilities to do it like that as well. However, with what they want is more of a just an audience seeing performances and multiple interaction from people, not just in a standard setting, but we are able to throw live performance in there, and everything is streamed online. So you have an audience outside of just a private connection that enables you to connect with two different, I guess, audience type. So you have your internal audience, and then you have your external audience, just people on YouTube, Facebook that are going to be logging in and interacting with your participants. That's the major difference. With Sue, it's a lot more. It's a lot stronger for conferences. So where everyone's paid to come into the event, and that audience is a captive audience. This one, it's paid and non-paid audiences. So people that are just logging in from the streets are able to see. You won't be able to see them, but they can participate via chat and some other interaction.
I love what you both are doing. That is so cool. So cool. I mean, you guys are right where you should be at the right time because we all need this.
Indeed. We should talk about doing some collaboration because every platform out there is different. So what's good for me, like what a throwaway for me would be a good one for you and vice versa. So I see lots of, there's more than enough business for all of us here.
For sure.
Yeah, and I love because what you do is in one way and what Chadwick does is in a different way. And I think it covers all of the bases so well.
In one club.
Yeah. Yeah, I've seen both. I've seen both because I was on the Mayor's Gala and I will be on the Business Excellence Awards next week. Seeing it in action. And then of course I've been on World Event Center platform many times, and just like 2 days ago I was there, and I think it's great. I love it. Like you guys are giving us the opportunity to connect and be with people online, right?
Indeed. So you're doing Business Excellence Awards, Chadwick?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, I will see you then.
Okay.
Yes, you're going to be there, right?
I am going to be there. I think I'm registered. I think I registered. Yeah,
I can't wait. I think we all should be at that. It'll be fun to see it. It's just such a different way of doing it. I've been to the Business Excellence Awards for the last 3-4 years in a row, and every year it's face to face. So we need to see it online. And I know there's some, I'm not going to give any of your secrets away, Chadwick. And I know you're really neat stuff. I've seen some of the behind the scenes stuff. It's cool.
Awesome.
All right. Well, thank you so much, everyone, for coming out, and let us know how else we can help each other. It's good to see some of the members who couldn't come to, events coming through Zoom, so that way we can connect and make sure that we are all still around. Doreen, you've been quiet.
She's muted.
Yeah, she's been talking to herself this whole time.
Listening to some of the new people who I haven't had the opportunity to meet or learn about. So this was a nice meeting. We haven't done this in a long time. I think we did this initially when COVID first started. We had a couple of really great sessions to help each other out. This is another nice way of coming together in wave 2. Hopefully there's not a wave 3 and 4, but there's just so much to learn from each other.
Yeah.
And because our club is growing, we've got about 200 members, it's not always easy to know what everybody does or remember who they are. But this is great. I love it. And I'm glad, the few of us who jumped on were able to get something good out of the call today.
Yeah. And please, if you have time, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say there's some really, really good collaborations that could be made within this.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah.
And if you have time tomorrow at 10 a.m., please do join us. I think we do have some great ideas that he wants to share. I will send out another email just to remind everyone.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Appreciate
All right.
it.
All right, guys. Have a good night.
Thank you, Suresh.
Thank you so much.
Awesome.
Thank
Nice
you.
to see y'all.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks very much.
Bye-bye.
Bye.